Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. That's right, after a small hiatus, all 34 of my subscribers have been worried sick. Well, today I'd like to talk to you about a different way of conceptualizing how we build habits. So, look, right, we need habits. If we had to think about every single thing that we did every day, our brain would just fall out of our nose in some kind of sloppy brain gloop sludge. So it makes these shortcuts. We call these shortcuts habits. And we can use this to our advantage by building positive habits. Things that help us. Things like eat your vegetables, exercise, drink water, brush your teeth. All good things that ultimately result in better health. But how do we build these habits? Well, that's what I'm going to tell you if you just let me finish. So, I want you to imagine that your life is kind of like a bank account. And each time you successfully complete a habit on the time and date that you said you would, that bit's important, you make a deposit. But each time that you fail to complete the habit on the time and date that you said you would, you make a withdrawal. Now the goal here is basically to stay into a net positive income, which means that we are building a habit or accumulating enough evidence to say that we currently are doing the thing. So if your habit was set to happen every day, but you're currently only doing 2 days on and 1 day off, you are still in a net positive. Whereas if we flip it over and you only have 2 days off but only 1 day on, you're going into debt. Now luckily there aren't any habitual debt collectors that come and take your stuff, but it just means that you're not going to develop the habit that you wanted to. Now obviously there are things that we do sporadically. For example, you might go to the gym on a Monday, Wednesday and Friday, which means you have a day on and a day off and a day on and a day off, etc. And this is where the important bit from before comes in. You only count the days that you said you were going to do the thing on. So if you said you were going to do a thing on Wednesday at 6 o'clock in the morning, but you ended up doing the same thing on Thursday at 10 a.m., sorry, it doesn't count. That's not how habits work. Habits need to be cued with a specific time or event. It gives them a stickiness, and without stickiness, they just don't stick. So saying something like, I will walk the dog more, doesn't provide the habit any stickiness, whereas saying, I will walk the dog as soon as I get home from work every day gives it the right amount of sticky to help it stick. So in order to make a deposit, you have to set the time that the banks are open. Anyway, I don't know. The point of this isn't that your banks open at weird times. The point of this is that you don't have to have every day be perfect. We're after a majority vote. You can have days where you don't do anything to do with the habit that you're trying to build, so long as you've done it the majority of the time. I didn't have a clever, witty tie-off for this,